A few years ago I unveiled the official ranking of months of the year, which changed history. Today I'm doing the same thing, where I rank all the colours in order from worst to best. Bit of housekeeping first of all. The only official colours that I'm ranking are the ones in the rainbow song. You know, the red and yellow and pink and green, etc, etc. The others are just side colours. If you're a big magenta fan, not interested, mate. That's why no one hangs around with you. Also, no place here for black or white, because if black or white count as colours, then that would mean a black and white TV is a colour TV, and that's going to mess up the whole system. So they are out. Now, without further ado, let's find out what the worst colour is. Yellow is, by a long way, clearly the worst colour. It's the colour of urine, and not even healthy urine. It's urine if you've not really drunk enough water. Very poor from that. It's also considered to be associated with fear, like yellow-bellied and all that. A scared, timid colour. Of course, all colours have their good bits and yellow is no exception. It's the best bit of an egg. It's the colour of daffodils, the flower that signifies the onset of spring. But really, has it ever recovered from the decline of the yellow pages? I'd argue no. It is the colour of the sun, which we do need to keep us alive, so that's very important, but it's the colour of the sun at its most boring. People like sunsets when it goes a bit pink or orange or red and all that, not just plain old yellow. And also, if you do like the sun and you stare at the sun, you go blind, so you can't see other colours. It's a horrible, spiteful little colour. Purple's got a few things going for it. It's the colour of lavender, one of the best smelling of all the plants. It can be associated with success. Oh, I'm going through a purple patch. It means you're doing well for a change. And it's also the colour of the best lap in motorsport. So there are good things going for it, but there's too much against it. It's privilege, it's the colour of royalty. It's also excess. It's like purple prose is overly embellished writing. Also, purple has only one perfect rhyme in the entire English language, kerple, which is a word for a horse's bottom. The whole colours are necessary. Let's be honest, if the colour people said, we're going to get rid of purple, none of you would care. And for that reason, it's coming in safe. Now, for something we do care about, our video sponsor, HelloFresh. Regular readers will know that HelloFresh has been a long-term supporter of this channel. I'm a big fan. The reason being, they send you everything to make glorious home-cooked meals without having to go out to the shops. Today's always very busy in the Knox household because not only do we have the usual school runs and work and all that general stuff to do, there's also a lot of kids clubs going on this evening. So I'm going to spend most of the night driving my children around places in the car, which is why it's great to be able to cook on this occasion beef meatballs and red currant sauce, nice and easily without any faff. Another great thing about HelloFresh is the value for money. It works out £3.15 per meal, which I think is pretty good. And the best thing, you don't get loads of leftover ingredients that you don't use because you've got the right quantities of everything set up and nicely packaged for you. So you don't end up with a tub of Ras El Hanout, whatever that is. I bought for a recipe once, about 5 years ago. I've had that drawer looking at me ever since. I love how easy to follow the recipe instructions are for all of these. That's the one for beef meatballs and red currant sauce. Tomorrow night we're going to have Cajun pork mince and beans Jackie P, very street from HelloFresh. And then speedy veggie beanie stew to get a bit of veg in later in the week. As always with HelloFresh, that is absolutely delicious. I'm going to enjoy getting through this. Now, if this sounds right up your street and you want to give HelloFresh a go, don't you worry because I've got a cheeky little discount code for you. If you use the code 60 Robbie Knox or scan that very futuristic QR code over there, you're going to get 60% off your first box and 25% off your next 2 boxes, plus some secret little gifts. So give it a go now and have lovely meals like these meatballs and cheesy mash. Ooh. No colour has had more of a rollercoaster ride than pink. For years, men wouldn't wear it because it was considered too girly. Thankfully, those days are gone, and the reason people don't wear it now isn't to do with girliness. It's because it's the colour of fashion rugby shirts that estate agents wear on their days off in all bar one. It's also used by lazy product manufacturers to mean toys are only useful for girls and things like that, which is just weird. There's plenty of positives with pink though. It's the colour of the best sunsets, it's the colour of rosé wine, strawberry ice cream, smoked salmon and the ocellated frogfish. It's a plucky colour that has fought itself back from the brink in the past. I wouldn't doubt it to do well again in the future, but for now, it's in 5th. Now we're on to one of the big players in colours, red. Pros first of all, it's the colour of blood. We need blood to survive. If you don't have any blood, you die. That's important. It's also the colour of seriousness. Red alert. That gets you focused, doesn't it? Red. Red cards in football, one of the most exciting parts of the game. And also, it's the hair colour of feisty Scottish lasses, isn't it? Isn't it? The thing about red though, there are too many negatives. It's the worst traffic light. It means stop. Just sit there. Don't do anything. Boring. Also, overwhelming bureaucracy. Red tape. No one wants that. It's associated with people losing their temper and seeing red. And also, one of the worst songs ever recorded is Fairground by Simply Red. Also, one of the worst people ever, Satan, was red. He was bad. I mean, not as bad as Fairground by Simply Red, but he was bad. Sneaking into the top 3 is one of the big dogs of colour blue. It's the colour of the sky, it's the colour of the sea, it's the colour of tranquility and relaxation. Comes in a load of lovely different shades as well. An absolutely class colour blue, and that's why it's in the top 3. It's the only colour to have got its own style of music, the blues, and also it's the colour of international harmony, being the background for the UN and EU flags. Like pink though, it suffers from being associated with rigid gender identity, and also it's linked to feeling sad, isn't it? Oh, I'm feeling a bit blue. For those 2 reasons, it's not going to make the top 2. Orange is actually named after oranges, which is mad, because when you think about it, oranges are actually orange. It's a fun colour, orange. It's a really good laugh. It's the colour of Halloween, where children roam the streets, threatening people for sweets, and adults dress up as sexy cats and get off with each other. Orange also is the colour of the Dutch, who are the coolest people in Europe, let's be totally honest, and the colour of safety, high-vis things. If you don't want to get hit on the motorway, pop on some orange, pal. The only thing that keeps them off the top spot is them being the colour of carrots, the vegetable of lies that for years have claimed that they can make you see in the dark. It's not true, carrots. Stop lying. Look what you've done to orange. You've knocked it off the top spot. But otherwise, orange is class. The official #1 top colour is green. It's an absolutely fabulous colour. The colour of grass, the colour of most trees. Absolutely fantastic. It's tranquil, it's relaxing, and also the colour of camouflage. If I was wearing green clothes now, you literally couldn't see me. I'll show you what I mean. Let me just go and get changed in some green clothes. See? You can't see me. It's an aspirational colour. People and pretty much every company are desperate to go green. Yeah, green, green, green. It's always about the green. Ooh. What's the best traffic light? Yeah, green, the one that means go, go, go. It's also the colour of pagans, associated with pagans. They're like the best of the religions, aren't they? Pagans? You're into pagans? Also, don't forget, green is the most visible colour at twilight. Yeah. I did some research. Very few negatives with green. Yeah, it's associated a little bit with jealousy and envy, but that's only because it's such a cool colour, and it can be associated with inexperience, a bit green around the gills, but that's just youthful exuberance. Green, absolutely brilliant colour. That's why it's my #1, and that is officially the best one. Now, this is a place of scientific rigour, so let me know in the comments down below if you disagree with my list. I want proper arguments, not just, I like this colour because it's my favourite football team. Grow up, mate. Obviously, if the colour people drop any new colours, I'll be straight on this channel to review them, so look out for those. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring it. Get your offer, click the link in the description, get yourself some lovely food, and help support this channel. Cheers, see you soon. Green, green, green.